bringing you Weather Watch 12 on this alert day. Lindsay, you are watching for those severe storms rolling in today.
Yeah, and those storms are really going to kind of pick up, especially as we head towards this evening. There is a threat during the afternoon, very isolated, as you've been mentioning, but I'm more concerned with this evening round of storms that will likely be in the form of a very long line of showers and thunderstorms that have the biggest threat for damaging winds. We do have a tornadic threat. We do have a large hail threat, but I'm telling you the biggest threat when you have a long line of storms is definitely going to be those straight line winds. And so as far as the Storm Prediction Center outlook, we are under a 3 out of 5 risk. That extends all the way up into Green Bay. And then you can see a 4 out of 5 risk for those areas to the south and west of us. Now that's where I would think we have a little bit more of a tornadic threat there to the south and west. So we are a 3 out of 5 today. We have a lot of spin in the atmosphere. We have a front that's going to trigger those thunderstorms. We have the moisture. I know you can feel it outside. The one thing we don't have is a lot of energy. That will change if we get sunshine. Now, I don't see a lot of sunshine in the forecast. It's going to take a lot to break up some of those clouds, but I know some of us have seen some broken cloud cover, and that's definitely happening near Kenosha, Racine, a little bit of Walworth County there, and a little bit closer to Green Bay as well. Milwaukee, we still have those winds off the lakefront, so it's still pretty foggy from earlier this morning. That will likely dissipate, and that is going to directly determine how these storms are going to be utilizing that environment later. So you can see right over here, in western Iowa, they just got a tornado watch issued over there. That's what that red box indicates here. This is a leftover severe thunderstorm watch. I have not seen a watch issued for us just yet. We will likely have some kind of a watch. If I had to guess, it would likely be a severe thunderstorm watch, but we will keep you posted and we'll be here to let you know about it. But you can see this is some of the isolated activity I was just talking about. That continues to push its way towards Green Bay. And everything we've had this morning has been well below severe limits. So I'm watching this batch over here. And we're not done. We have another batch that's in Iowa and another one that's also into Nebraska. All of this has to come through before we are in the clear. So today it is an alert day because of this evening severe threat. We'll calm down going into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and introduce another storm threat going into the weekend. I want to talk about Futurecast first. Warm front is going to initiate a couple of these thunderstorms, and you see this kind of activity right here. That's the isolated activity I think we could see. When you have storms all by themselves, they can utilize all the energy around it. Now, as I mentioned, there's not a lot of energy, but we do have spin in the atmosphere. So some of these isolated storms from now through at least, I want to say 6 o'clock, some of those could be strong and severe all on their own, with all modes of severe weather possible. We get a couple of those going on here throughout the evening. And then really pay attention over here. See this long line of storms? They were broken up at first. They tend to congeal into a long line of storms that do have that potential to produce not only damaging winds, but sometimes you can get these little notches in that system, and that could bring you brief spin-ups. This is going to plow through so fast. Look at this. Here's 9 o'clock. Snapshot. That's going right through Jefferson and Waukesha County. And then 10 o'clock, it plows right through Milwaukee. And by 11, it's basically gone. You see how fast that went through? The winds are definitely going to be the primary threat with this system, and some of those winds could exceed 70 to 80 miles an hour. This shows us atmospheric spin. You can see a lot of that's to the north, so that is a possibility. That's why I wanted to show you that. Once the cold front moves through, the severe threat goes right with it. Energy is to the west of us. This is why the southwest part of the state has a much higher risk of severe weather. We barely have any energy in Milwaukee because right now we have a lake breeze kicking in, so it's very cool. Temperatures are right now just near 60, but just to the west, there is a little snippet of energy, so I'll keep a close eye on that here as we go throughout this evening. So know that between about 6 and 11 o'clock, this is the primary window when I'm expecting some severe storms with all modes of severe weather possible. Today is the one day of the week you got to be super weather aware. After this, it's actually not so bad. We will dry out. We'll have sunshine. We'll have 70s that are still maintaining in that forecast. But for today, if you have a friend or a family member that doesn't watch news or has a way to get these alerts, just let them know that this is going on.
Yeah, got to be weather aware. And as we've been saying it as well, you can always use that 12 News app to stay on top of the weather, even if your power does go out.
Exactly.
So.
We will stream live on the app if you don't have that option.
Yeah, Lindsay, thank you.